Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another Last Cloudia video, and today we are going to be talking about Nero the Young Knight. So this is a new version of Nero, and as you can see here, he's able to go to 110. Pretty standard nowadays, but if you're coming back to the game, you might not know that units now can just go to 110 instead of 100. So his streak is on his gap closer is on his S1, which is actually pretty unique because a lot of gap closers are on S2 at least. So that's pretty good at least. One thing you're gonna notice real quick though is that he is locked to fire. Everything there is fired, and he is I believe he's a single wheel DPS. Let's look. This is all RNG. This trait here is all RNG. It actually doesn't look like he... No, it doesn't look like he benefits from single wielding at all. Let's look at his passives here. Demon form use all MP to give DT buff. DT buff once per wave. And that's his main gimmick there, guys. But he might not be... He may be able to just dual wield. Because it doesn't look like he's actually forced to... Doesn't look like he's forced to do any and the sharp eyes is kind of funny because you aren't really going to be able to use it very much, but that's all right. But it doesn't. He doesn't have dual wield innately. It looks like, unless there's something like that. Maybe there's like some. Oh, here it is. Sorry, guys. He has a dual wield unit, so actually Trishula would be good on him, and he kind of is required because he doesn't have the passive like the Summer unit had, where she was able to get through basically a free Trishula without equipping it. So this guy will definitely be needing Trishula, 100%. I don't think he's that great of a single wield unit. This Exceed is completely random. You could be doing a lot of damage, or you could be doing almost no damage. Kind of like the dice in Final Fantasy Brave Exodus, where the variance is very high, but the attack is very low. Very similar to that, guys. So, with that being said, let's look at his special damage. He has a lot of special damage here, guys, as you can see. He hits a final hit damage cap of... That's really big. So the last hit's actually going to do more with this here. I did notice, though, that he doesn't have any damage cap increases on any of his abilities here. But he does have, after the special, he gains a 50% HP cap increase. He restores his own HP, and he gives the DT buff. DT buff active physical and damage taken 30% damage mitigation basically. And when using a skill, it can be interrupted by most attacks, which is very useful. Actually, that's probably the most useful thing in the entire thing. There's a lot of bosses out there that do constant AoE attacks that make your units not be able to do very much, because it's so annoying. But with this passive here at the end, that's actually pretty useful. And now it says by most attacks, not all of them, but most of them. So he's just a very tanky DPS. Pretty solid HP stats by having no gear equipped or anything like that. So pretty decent. I mean, this is pretty decent stats and all. With that all being said, he has all the fire stuff that you'd like to have. That's pretty huge. This fire mega drive is pretty huge. Side roll boost movement speed, and if you're taking hits from a long range, you're actually going to take even less damage. That's actually quite good as well. So yeah, you're not going to be able to use sharp eyes for very much because this takes up your whole MP pool. So I don't know why he has sharp eyes when you're not going to be able to really use it. You know, it's SC0, you're not really going to be able to use it very much. I'm not really sure why he has sharp eyes, unless you have someone who can... I mean, he does have Goddess Kiss, I believe. That just takes a long time. He has a Goddess Kiss, fine. Just kind of whatever, in my opinion, because you'd probably rather have this than use sharp eyes. So most likely you're going to be turning this off, unless you are able to get Goddess Kiss off for quite a few hits. He has Piercing. Like, he has all the Combo Master. He has all the making of a pretty decent DPS, but is he worth it? I don't think so. I think that they really tried to make him into like a really tanky DPS, but there are so many of them, and it's just not required. The power, I understand the power creep in this game is pretty slow, so they can't, you know, make something super powerful. But I was looking forward to this collaboration when it was announced, and Virgil is pretty good. I gave him a pretty good score of 8.5. He's actually a pretty good DPS. But is he groundbreaking? No. Is this guy groundbreaking? No. Definitely not. This guy is the opposite of groundbreaking. He's the status quo. Needing Trishula, only having damage caps on certain things but not everything. Now, if this was better, like way better, if this wasn't random, this would be a lot better. And he had the ability where he didn't need to equip Trishula because his fire would go through things or something like that. He'd be a lot better. But that still wouldn't be it. That still wouldn't be really that enough, in my opinion. Yeah, that's still. I think that's you'd still need more. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and give him an 8 out of 10. Kind of hurts to say that because I like this artwork way more, much more than his other version. But all right, well let's look at the arc now. And for 7 seconds after using a skill, give skill damage 40% buff for 1 time, excluding previous use skill. And you get some damage mitigation from some types. That's fine. And at the battle start, you get an autocast Grand Fort. That's pretty decent. Not incredible or amazing or anything. It's just pretty decent, I would say. So look at the ability here. Or the 8th Ether reward. It has no stats on it, and all it really does is just bring you back if you go to 0 HP. So not that great. It's okay, but not a huge priority. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about this item here, but I don't think it's a huge priority in my opinion. So let's look at the abilities here, skill list. Everything. I mean, this one here is pretty decent. You get 20% physical damage buff. And you get the creature buster. That's really it though. I mean, everything else here is not that special. I mean, giant shield, I guess. Everything else here is really not that super amazing. Sky high is not very good anymore, because most bosses you can't do that too. So I'm gonna go ahead and give the arc a 7.5. It's passable. Of course, the artwork is iconic at this point. And I like that they finally made an arc of this, but is it worth going for? Not really. So this whole step part 2 is pretty much a skip. But now that I've got that out of the way, let's go into his paid equipment here. And this is not going to be part of the review, but we're just going to talk about it. So this is pretty decent. However, he is not a single-wheeled unit, so I thought originally when I woke up this morning and I saw this, I thought he would be a single-wheeled unit because of this. But actually no, it's just the same thing like all the other collab units that have clothes, but they don't need them. But this is such a good effect. He gets a huge he just gets a huge damage cap increase. Physical damage, attack damage, so it's quite good, but he's a dual-wield unit. Let's look at this one. Pretty decent strength, and also fire attack damage cap 1,000, so very good. And also he gets a continuous haste, so this is a lot better for sure. If you're going for paid equipment for whatever reason, you would want to buy this instead of the other one. You don't need this for sure. Definitely don't buy this, guys. He's not a single build unit. If he was, that would be a okay buy, not the best. But probably go for those Nero's boots. They're alright. And obviously you want to go for the prism. Go for those prisms, guys, if you're gonna pull for them. Everything else in here, and like we just mentioned, these 2 coats right here, you don't need them, and they're not really that special anyways. Both of these were not special at all, even when they came out a long time ago. They're not good. So with that being said, guys, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about Nero, Holy Knight. Let me know if you're gonna pull for him or not. And that's gonna be it, guys. Appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.